So we're gonna present our material management module, which helps material workflow management for additive manufacturing. I'll be your host. I'm Andrea Panfili, and Derek is going to be presenting the webinar. Some guidance for the live webinar. All attendees are muted on entry. Definitely do ask any questions you have. You can leave them in the chat, and we can answer them at the end. But if it's something very urgent or on the spot, you can also just unmute yourself and ask. A recording of this will be available afterwards, and I will send it to your emails. Or alternatively, if you have additional questions, you can reach out to info@authentise.com or to Derek. So let's get started.
Excellent. Thank you, Andrea. We're kind of unique this morning or afternoon, wherever you may be. We're going to talk about our materials management. But as our software was developed for additive manufacturing, we saw the need to have another product out there that allows us to work with OEM and material powder manufacturers. So we have Flows AM, which is the additive manufacturing section, or we have Flows, which allows you to then track and trace your material from the time that it goes into the atomizer all the way through shipment. So kind of a unique audience. We have a little of both here, and hopefully I'll be able to explain the difference to each. One of the things I wanted to show here is that our material management can be delivered as a standalone module. So if you have another MES system, or you don't want to go down the road to a full MES system, the materials management can be purchased as a standalone product. And then, should you decide to get into our MES system, it can be added at any time. And then it gives you a complete end-to-end digital workflow, both for the manufacturer of powder and a customer that would be using the powder for additive manufacturing. One of the big things we're big on is our tracking. We have intelligent powder management and inventory level tracking. So we can tell whether, or you could tell how much powder you have on hand. And it's not just an inventory in and out system. And I'll show this once I get into the actual product. But you're able to track your powder, and everything is given a unique identifier, and then you can track and trace what everything means. And I'll show this again when we get into the software. But as you notice here, we can automatically track material availability across inventories and in machine. That applies to both OEMs and powder users. Track real-time material status, utilization, and quantity. Again, that works with both OEMs and material users. We also have in our materials module the automatic material traceability report generation. So we can show material history and quality insurance data. And then you're able to have the ability to attach reports to any of particular powders, so you can print them out if you need to. Here's something that pertains more to the user. than the OEM, but its ability to load and unload material from a machine using the our QR app that I'll show. That's not to say that the OEM cannot use it and have a QR app affixed to their atomizer or machines when they're generating powder and they want to know where the powder comes from. I'll show track history of materials, split, blend, sieve, test, etc. The history of the material, which we all know will come into play. If someone has a question, you can always pull it up because all material has a unique identifier. And you can keep track of employee actions. Again, both with the OEM and or a user, you're able to generate a workflow and have your employees respond to the workflow. Here's a short example of simplifying material handling. We use a QR code. All material is given a QR code. You can see there on the iPhone, there's a QR code number, which is our unique identifier. It's unique to the software. It may not match your numbers, but it's a way to find out. The machine and material are tracked using this app. You can create customized material handling and process steps with work instructions, which I will show. I will show it in the additive manufacturing user mode, but we can address it to the OEMs as well. We have operator actions automatically are captured in a traceability report. And you can always keep track of material levels, history, and status with the material. The best thing that we have and the feature that I like the best is you have a comprehensive material genealogy report. So all you have to do is click on a particular material and you'll be able to see it in data form, but you'll also be able to see it as a genealogy report or basically a flow chart that shows what has happened with the material. It's captured for every part or every material. And then you could filter the genealogy for specific actions or events. Now, as far as the slideshow presentation, that's basically it. What I really want to do then is now move into the software and show you some of the things that we have, and hopefully we'll get questions from both sides, whether it's OEM or users. One thing I'd like to mention is please copy down my email address. This is a webinar, so we don't have the time to show everything that this particular module can do for you, but I'm more than willing to schedule a time to meet and we can go through the material management module, kind of more of a step-by-step and thorough process. So please copy down my email address. What I want to do now is come over to our software. One of the things that we have here is the inventory on our material stock, our printers, our post processors, that type of thing. We also have our machine queues, production grant, things like that. I want to switch this here. There we go. Our material stocks, our material lots, our material batches, and our printers, if you happen to be using those. Or we can manage our material types or printer types. One of the cool things here that I like is if you go to your printers, we can find a printer here. Then we can use our machine QR code, which is on the printer. And again, a QR code can be affixed to your machines. If you're a manufacturer of powder, you can hit the machine QR code, highlight the QR code, and you're able to see what's going on with the material. Now, for those of you that use the additive manufacturing process, you can see that this particular batch is currently loaded. You can load material, unload material, complete print job, or complete print job and record build wait. So if you click on one of these, you can go ahead and here and record the weight of the build, and you'll have something to that will go back to the information that is on the particular material. One of the other things that I like is we can do material stocks. You can use this at all of your locations. You can just click on, these are our unique identifiers, separate from what you may have over here and your locations over here. But if we wanted to look at here at Inconel, we can see that we have 210 kilograms available and 210 lots available and 19 kilograms available for inventory. If we want to step this down further, we have that ability, or capability, I should say. We can go here and see all the different material lots. What I showed was inventory before, but now we have inventory lots where you're actually able to see the number of containers and things like that. The best thing, and one of the biggest features that I like, is clicking on one of these materials and you're able to print all the container QR codes. So all of those can go on your containers, and you could see the material that is there. And then you could see that the default location is in Philadelphia. There might be a sub-location. Here's the batch number. And these are some of the things that you'll be able to track with the powder. I'll go back here and talk about our specific batches. Once again, this looks very similar to the material lots, but here's our specific material batches that we can go through. I like this particular material to show when I'm doing these demos or presentations that we're able to take a look at the material. We can see what material we have used. We have used aluminum, and we've used Inconel 718. We're able to see the material lot. and we're able to see the material batch. Over here, you're seeing everything that is done with that particular material, whether it is being manufactured or it is being used in the additive manufacturing process. And then you can export this report and you'll be able to see this and share it with your colleagues. One of the best things that I like is this right here. It's called our genealogy view. We click on that, and now everything that you saw on print comes into flowchart mode. We have our initial batch that we can click on and see, just like we did before. We can see that it's been relocated, or 40 kilograms have been containerized. Those were tested. Then it was sieved. Then it was containerized. And then we got in here and split the batch. So we were able to sieve some material here, as you see in this step here. And then since we split the batch, now we have a new batch number. So we have a batch that is strictly Inconel 718. So you're able to keep track everything that has been done with that particular material. And again, it doesn't matter whether you are in a manufacturing situation or an additive manufacturing situation. Yeah, you could see that there's all kinds of sieving, testing, containerizing, testing going on with the material. I really love this feature that we have in our materials module. One thing that I kind of skipped over, but I want to go back to, is called the workflow. And what our workflow is a way for you to specify what you are going to do with parts that are made. Now, again, that's for the 3D printed side. You can have a workflow that states print the part, remove the supports, tumble it, and ship it. That's considered a workflow. On the OEM side, you can have a workflow that consists of clean the atomizer, and then you can have work instructions that your shop personnel has to complete before they move on. Yes, it was clean. No, it wasn't. Just subsets of the main heading. I'll give you an example of what a workflow looks like. Here you can see a workflow here. And if we wanted to come to and add steps, we would have our workflow in here. Here's the particular workflow: cooling, blasting, tumbling, cleaning. Again, this is someone that might be using the software for an additive manufacturing process, but any of these can be generated individually for those of you that are manufacturers of powder. And then you're able to take a look at all of these and move them over. Again, here we have assembly. I moved it over here. I didn't really mean to do that. But one of the things that we can do, let's go to machine painting. Let's go to a different one. we can take a look at our work instructions. And this is what our work instructions or a subset of the main heading looks like. So this is sheet metal machine, but like I said, clean atomizer. And then you would have a subset here, and then the shop floor or workers would have access to this QR code, and they're able to come through. And if you wanted to edit this, all they have to have is things like this: no entry, maybe a checkbox, a document, maybe a picture. A picture could be for parts, but the manufacturing number or something like that. So you can always come through here and add these into your workflow. Workflows are very important and very important to us because this is a way to alleviate any type of miscommunication that goes on between the office and the shop floor. So again, anything done with a QR code, anything or the ability for shop personnel to read the QR codes and respond in any type of way. And you could see here we have painting. All we have to do here is add a step. All we need is text. We'll require it. There's no thresholds and any type of link that we have. We have inspection, the same type of thing. So you're able to add any type of work instructions to your workflow. And this is beneficial both for the manufacturer of powder and the users of the powder. So hopefully this gave you a taste of what we have for our material management module. Again, I would like to invite you to email me at derek@authentise.com, and I'd be more than happy to go through a more in-depth demonstration and sit there and answer questions and things like that. It's kind of hard to do in webinar mode, but that's okay. We're here and available for you. So I want to thank you for your time. Andrea, I don't know if there are any questions. If there are, shoot them across to me. Other than that, again, thank you very much for your time this morning.
Thank you, Derek. And we currently don't have any questions. If you do, please pop them in chat or just unmute yourself and ask. Or if not, shoot them to Derek's email.
Sounds good.
Okay, thank you, Bagra. We'll get in touch with
Thank
you later.
you. Thank you, everyone.